Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm reviewing my Mercane G3 Pro, or Vlaken G3 Pro, or KUKIRIN G3 Pro, whatever they call it in your country. Here in Australia they call it the Mercane, it's sort of written under there. I'm going to be a POV review today, so I've got my GoPro here. When I'm wearing the helmet, I'm going to go through Wynnum, do some review. I'll let you know all the features of the scooter as we're riding, and at the end I'll briefly go over everything again. So, let's get into it. Okay, alright, I hope you guys will be able to hear me with all the wind, as well as be able to see, you know, my speedometer and everything ahead. I'll tilt the camera like that. Alright, so let's get started. So I'm currently in dual motor mode, in mode 3, and this thing pulls like, yeah, watch, if I'm just on a loose gravel surface, it's gonna spin the tires, or at least the front tire. The rear tire seems to have a bit more grip, probably because I'm standing on it. But yeah, it's weird. Basically in dual motor, if you accelerate, wheel spins. But in the single motor, by pushing that button, it's calm. Dual. Awesome. Let's talk about the scooter. So I purchased the scooter about, I would say, maybe 4 days ago. I got it from Scooter Bros in Cooperoo here in Brisbane. I bought it as, let's just get past here. I bought it really just to do this fun kind of trips and get to work and stuff. And you know, I thought, well, might as well go with something a little bit cool. So I got this, which is incredibly fast. As well as the brakes being amazing. I've also found, so hang on, the brakes, let's go, okay, sorry, I hope you understand this video is very much unplanned, but, alright, so basically, in terms of brakes, you've got your left brake, you've got your right brake, left brake, right brake. Left brake is the rear, and the right brake is the front. So, you know, if I just go ahead and slam on the rear brakes, I just skid. Whereas if I go on the front brakes, I do a bit of a lunge forward, I do a stoppie, whatever they call it. Okay. Now, I've driven 151 kilometers already of just testing. Let's just be careful here. Thank you. Yeah, it also, it's yellow and black, so it brings quite a bit of attention. Yeah, where was I? Brakes. Yeah, so the brakes are incredibly strong. They're 2 hydraulic disc brakes, one at the front, one at the back. When you brake, you can't accelerate, as you can see, but it also allows you to do launch control, which the scooter has. So, to activate launch control, pull both brakes back, make sure you're in mode 3, dual motor, and then you just accelerate. I'm gonna slow down because there's people. Okay, let's get past them. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, speed. Well, I'll show you this in a minute. But in terms of speed, I have hit 72 kilometers an hour on this thing. 72. Now it's a rated top speed of about 70, depending on your weight. So 72, you know, it's definitely true to what they say in terms of speed. But yeah, I'm just amazed at this thing's just acceleration. Now, in terms of going over uneven surfaces, the suspension is awesome. I can jump it. And when under braking, it's just amazing. Now, the motors are also brushless, so smooth when rolling down hills. It's like not having any motors at all. You just roll down the hill like it's nothing. Now, I do actually want to go on the road here because I kind of want to show you some speed here. So let's just get across. We'll let that car go as well. And then, okay, so the speed limit here is 20, so what they're doing about 30. It's a bit stupid. Today is quite a busy day here on the waterfront, so I can't really show you too much speed, but let me do a quick demonstration of the suspension here. It's fully jumped the thing. I'm not going to be reckless and overtake these guys, but that's just, yeah. That's right. So in terms of cruising speed, I found the best cruising speed to be between 30 and 50 kilometers an hour. Now the legal speed limit here in Queensland is, I think, about 25 maximum, which I find really stupid. I'll probably make another video literally just ranting on about that, but yeah, there's another person. I can't really go there really fast. Oh yeah, there's a straight section after this where I'll show you. I'll just launch control and we'll accelerate up to speed. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. Left brake, right brake, full accelerator. Stand on the. Oh, there's some stuff on the deck. Okay, stand on the deck. 3, 2, 1. So yeah, this thing does not slouch in terms of speed. Like, it will just demolish anything. Let's go with the next feature, the horn. Thank you. So yeah, the horn is a little, it's like a little, what is it, like a little beeping sound? I don't really know what to compare it to, but it definitely does the job. Some people don't recognize it as an actual horn, they just sort of turn around really confused, but some do, they move out the way, so it definitely does its job. Just some cornering here. Okay, in terms of reckless, I was just being very reckless, so let's not do that again. Just be a bit careful to try and overtake this person though. Okay, perfect, let's go. So, accelerating here now, coming up to the corner, hard on the brakes, turn in, accelerate, holy crap, accelerate, brake, turn in, and then again those people are going to slow down. So yeah, this thing, it honestly, it just grips. I have had absolutely no sliding out. I mean, the one issue that I do have with it is if you do a really tight turn at slow speeds and you accelerate, you will spin out because the front tire will lose traction and then you'll go face to the floor. But I haven't done that yet and I hope I don't. But you can also pull mad wheelies with the amount of torque this thing has. And you just constantly want to send it and then get on the brakes again because you don't want to annoy people. That's the other thing. People always, they look at this kind of scooter and they go, oh, he's gonna be speeding. And like, a lot of people do, and it does get annoying. So I try and usually drive really slowly on the footpaths when there's people there, and then, you know, send it when there's not. But that brings me to the next topic, modes. So let's just stop here for a sec. Basically, hopefully you can see, we've got a single and dual mode button, which simply switches, and you can see it here, between single mode and dual mode. And then with the push of this button here, shut up, we've got 3 different drive modes. So mode 1 is, oops, still spun the tires there. Mode 1 limits the scooter up to about, I think it's 30 kilometers an hour. Yeah, about 30. Now mode 2 limits it to about 50. Whereas mode 3 is basically no speed limiter. It's just whatever speed you can reach. And yeah, and then do single and dual mode. While you can change it, I don't actually recommend, and that it basically just cuts the current to the front motor, which basically means you're pushing against the front motor wasting battery and potentially damaging the motor. So always just leave it in dual motor mode. Well, that's a nice car. And yeah, don't play with that. Now, another thing you might have noticed is obviously when I start off, if I'm just flooring it, you'll notice the front tire spinning. If I double click this really quickly, you can see we've got the P1 menus. I'll put a little thing on screen as to what every single one of these do. But basically you can actually decide how fast you want the scooter to accelerate. I've got it on mode 5 because, you know, quite enjoy if that just goes away. There we go. And mode 5 basically means if I accelerate, off it goes. Now, there's a few bumps here, so I'm going to slow down, but yeah, the suspension it's not adjustable in terms of stiffness, so say, but it kind of is. I'll show you at the end of the video what I mean by that. There's like a little turning cog thing, excuse me bird, which you can adjust it with, but it's not exactly easy. And it's at a point where, like, if I bounce on it, you know, it goes up and down, and yeah, all sort of bumps it. It does the job. Thank you. Once again, the horn working nicely. Then what else is there? Oh yeah, lights. It's not night time. Okay, it's not night time, so I can't really show you, but basically switch this up, and we've got one light at the front. They've got 2 lights in the deck and 1 at the back. However, using the light at daytime is just a bit stupid. Unless you're riding on the road and you want to be more visible, that is of course not, but yeah, you can't really see the light while driving during the day. Now, another point of this thing scooter has is it's got indicators. So if you look at this button right here, switch it to the left, you've got your left indicator, which basically moves that little thing down there. I'll show that again, a little frame here. Same with the right side. So that's useful for when you're riding on the road, because in Queensland you have to legally use your indicator if you've got some. Okay, let's try and overtake here. Okay. Yeah, it's quite busy today, so there's no real high speed. Just let them know that I'm passing. Okay. So yeah, the speed limit in Queensland is 15 on shared pathways and 25 kilometers an hour on footpaths. However, they encourage electric scooter riders, unlike this, which is illegal because you're only supposed to have 1 person on a scooter at a time. And you're supposed to be wearing a helmet as well. So that's 2 illegal points at once. Yeah. Basically, the police will issue you $100 or like $75 fines for doing any of those things, and it's just dangerous. Like, you don't want to have 2 people, as I'm just going to send it across the grass here, you don't want to have 2 people on a scooter, because if one person leans to the one side, then you might fall off or whatever and injure some other people. Right, let's get past here. So, yeah, Queensland laws. Apparently we're supposed to be driving 25 kilometers an hour in this path, which 25 kilometers an hour is about that, which is only just faster than walking, so I just say no. I just try and drive whatever's safe. Obviously I don't want to zip past people, because rightly so, people don't want to be overtaken at 60 kilometers an hour on the footpath. Now, according to the Queensland law thingy online, they encourage electric scooter riders to ride on the bicycle paths, which is fine. But now I'm doing 25 kilometers an hour on the bicycle path, and I'm being overtaken by cars doing 60. Now I feel exactly how it feels to be a bicycle rider, and I can tell you it's pretty fun. I can race it if I wanted to, but it's too many people, so I'm not going to do that. Well, I can most definitely keep up with a car. I'll try and do a top speed run in a minute when I can find a spot where I can do that. There is actually a bicycle path, an unmarked bicycle path there. Let me just try and get past these people. Just let them know. There we go, okay. There is actually an unmarked bicycle path, but I don't enjoy using that because it's not, some people don't realize it's a bicycle path and will get annoyed at you or me or whoever's riding the electric bike. They'll say you shouldn't be there and all that. So I just try and stick to like designated, like with a green line or the 2 lines of the bicycle path, because it's just, it's a lot simpler to understand. Okay, let's move on to comfortability. So this scooter does not come with, there we go, there's another scooter rider who's doing some stuff. Although you're not really supposed to do that either. Okay, let's do some cornering here. Not good for the horn. Yeah, standing. Okay, where were they? Yeah, comfortability. So these handles, they move about quite a bit depending on how hard you grip the scooter, which makes it a bit annoying, I have to say, because it can be a little bit uncomfortable sometimes. I'm wearing gloves, which makes it a little bit better, but still not perfect. Actually, let's go off-road. So as you can see, even just going off-road, the suspension, it handles it all. So let's go through here. Although I would definitely call this a bit reckless. All these people are probably looking at me like, what on earth are you doing? So I'm going to stop that. Okay. Yeah, that's another point. The battery, look at that. Battery is still at full, like at almost 100%, and I haven't even done anything proper yet, so let's see. Oh, I think I've got the Manly markets on as well, so I get to drive through that. How fun. Yeah, the battery life is about 80 kilometers, of normal driving, and while I haven't tested that, I have obviously done like 100 and something kilometers on this thing already, so it definitely goes. No matter what the battery level is at, it still just pulls. Oops. And then I can drift it as well. But as I said, these people don't want to be overtaken by someone doing 1,000 kilometers an hour on an electric scooter, because it's just not pleasant. Just like, when you're on the roads, you don't want to be overtaken by a car doing 1,000 kilometers an hour. So I reckon on footpaths, electric scooters should be limited to whatever speed is either safe or is indicated, because I can easily do 60 if I have to. It's not exactly very fun, nor is weaving my way through these people, but let's figure this out. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and overtake them like that. Awesome. So I'm not gonna ride through this, I'm just gonna hop off and just push it through, because I don't want to create any sound. Another thing with this scooter is I can actually ride it really, really slowly. As you just saw there, I was just cruising at about 2 kilometers an hour, just moving really slowly. But that was under power. If there's no power, then it struggles to keep. So yeah, another little point is you can see all the little buttons now. Yeah, there's nothing too much to say about while I'm moving through here. Let's just time-lapse this. Okay, so now we're through all of that. There's still a bunch of people, but that's right. Okay, so let's just be careful here. Still can't go really fast. I'm looking for a spot where I would be able to give it some, but it's not really any spot where that's possible. So yeah, once again, literally just cruising. This thing's awesome.
Oh, it'll just be beautiful.
Thank you. Just leave the, oh, they put some new rocks down. Well, this is a little bit of a honk to let people know that I am passing. Okay. Okay, let's just pass these people. Okay, so let's talk about some other things about the scooter. So it takes about 12 hours from 0 to a full charge when using one charger. You have actually got the possibility of using 2 chargers for this to charge it up in 6 hours. But I don't do that because I usually charge it up overnight, so it doesn't really need all of that little bit of extra stuff. Does it drift? Well, hang on. Answering all my points a bit far. Okay, here we go, let's send it. That is a nice Mustang. Alright, here we go. Okay, so we're heading at 60. Oh, there's people coming. Okay. We got up to 60, which 60 on this thing is already sketchy. Let's see, there's more people. Just overtake it really quickly. But you can see how you can really be a menace on this thing. Now, we're back to the charging. Come on, Eli. Stop getting sidetracked. Alright, so, yeah, in terms of charging, you can either charge it through 2 ports on the side of the scooter, or you can actually take out the battery, which is what I do, and store it somewhere else for safety. So let me just get through this, because I actually want to head. I'm going to use my indicator to let them know that I'm actually heading this way as well, because this is where I wanted to test some speed. Now, you watch. I'm going to be able to keep up with this car the entire time. Like, I could even overtake it if I really felt like it. Cool, number plate there. Okay, I'll get to the end of this and we'll send it back. I would quite like it at the top speed of 70 kilometers an hour so I can demonstrate that, but we'll see. With these speed bumps, I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Oh yeah, this car is traveling about 30 kilometers an hour. But the water, what else do you want? This is awesome. You know, in terms of cornering, it defecate. Let's just quickly talk about like how skilled do you need to be in order to drive this thing. You definitely need to have started out on just a normal scooter and definitely know how to ride. I probably can't say that I know how to ride, because I don't. Well, I mean, I do, but I'm not by any means a professional. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, sorry, this is very unplugged. Alright, we're going to do the off-road test first. I want to just head down this route here and just see how I go. So there's a bit of sand, a bit of dirt. I'm not driving through that, no way in heck. So these are run flat tires. So any gravel, any dirt, or anything will, you know, you can simply just plug the hole back in and it will be perfectly fine. Sorry, tubeless tires, I meant to say, not run flat tires. Tubeless. So, you know, you can see over all of this. I can't really drift it, can I? Well, maybe I can. Let's try this. There you go. Oh, I'm being chased by a dog. Run away! Okay, but yeah, no, in all seriousness, over bumps, this thing, amazing. You can see that's my keys rummaging around, but it's a really, really smooth ride. You do feel the vibrations through the handlebars. Oh, I think I'm going to get ahead of him. Alright, here we go, speed test. Come on. That's 70. I'm slowing down. Do not want to hit a speed bump at 70. Alright, there you go. I reached the claimed 70 kilometers an hour. Which is perfect. Alright, now I'm a normal person. You saw nothing. Head this way. And we'll head left. Over this way. Let's go through later. Alright. So there's basically a little thing. I'll put a video up on it now. You can basically open up the base, take the battery out, and then put it on charge that way. I much prefer that because, you know, if anything happens to the battery, then the scooter itself is fine. You don't have to, you know, worry about that. But it's all personal preference. It's really all up to, you know, your own choice. What else? What other points did I make? I had like a list of them. Okay. So that's sort of all the points I wanted to make. Now I just wanted to include just a little bit of POV driving here before I do my final conclusions on whether you should buy this based off this review, which I'm still really confused if you're still watching.